So I'm Kim Bumpus, president of Visit Knoxville, and I just want to say welcome to all of you. We can't do what we do without you, so thank you for being here. And really, without further ado, we are going to go through a lineup of speakers, so I'm going to tell you who everyone is and then welcome our first speaker. So we have Chase Anderson with Bass here with us. He is the Chief Executive Officer. I'm now losing my voice after this morning. We also have Philip Johnson, who's going to speak after Chase, and he is the Chief Operating Officer. And then I think we have some other people in the house that need no introduction, but we have Mayor Jacobs with Knox County and Mayor Kincannon with the City of Knoxville. And then, of course, I would be failing at my job if I didn't recognize Chad Culver, our Senior Director of the Sports Commission, who, hand in hand with our partners that are going to speak next, brought this exciting event back to Knoxville. You still see, I didn't say the name. So without further ado, Chase, I'd love to welcome you to the stage.
Okay. Kim, thank you. As Kim said, I'm Chase Anderson. I'm the CEO of Bass LLC and the Bassmaster organization. And on behalf of Bassmaster, I'm thrilled to announce that the 2026 Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Under Armour will be returning to Knoxville, Tennessee, in the Tennessee River Lakes of Tellico Lake and Fort Loudon Lake. We're thrilled to be back. Knoxville is such a special We're thrilled to be bringing this event back to Knoxville. The Super Bowl of Bass Fishing, the Bassmaster Classic, an event we coined as a celebration of our sport. In Knoxville, nowhere allows us to celebrate our sport like Knoxville. It's incredible. Some of the wonderful things about Knoxville are the fan experience it provides. Nowhere else are all activities and venues within walking distance. Knoxville's incredible setup with volunteer landing where the daily takeoffs are. Thousands of people watch the anglers go off to compete each day. The Bassmaster Classic Expo, which is the largest consumer product show in fishing, will be at the Knoxville Convention Center, and daily weigh-ins will be at Thompson Bowling Arena, all utilizing facilities in downtown Knoxville and UT campus. Fans will come from all over the world. This is a fan event to celebrate our sport. Knoxville's proximity to so much of the nation's population, as well as just ease of travel into this beautiful area, will allow people to come from all over the country and the world. We will also highlight the area through our media properties. The event will be carried live on Bassmaster.com, as well as Fox Sports and Fox Broadcast, for hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people to have access to watch during the event. Again, the dates are March 13th through 15th, 2026. I want to thank the local leaders here. The event would not be possible without our support from Knoxville, Knox County. I grew up in Knoxville. This is my hometown. When I'm back in town, I'm always asked, when is the Bassmaster Classic coming back to Knoxville? From friends, city council members, business leaders. I have the opportunity to see people around. And this event in this town, we know, it's just such a great partnership. 2023 economic impact was over $35 million. And we are so thrilled to be here. It would not be possible without Knoxville City support. I want to thank Knoxville City Mayor Kincannon for her and her office's support. Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. Thank you, Mayor Jacobs. And our host, Visit Knoxville, and Kim Bumpus and her team. And specifically, I want to thank the Knoxville Sports Commission and Chad Culver and his team. This community has become like a friendship between Bass and Knoxville. It's more than just a business of partner. It's the relationships we have here in the city, and it's the experience it provides for our fans, the anglers, and all that make this event possible. So Philip Johnson, our Chief Operating Officer, is going to tell you a little bit more about the event, some new things that we're doing with the Bassmaster Classic that will make the fan experience even better in 2026. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chase. Since we've got a few hours, I was going to give you my life story. No, Chase is correct. We're extremely excited to return to Knoxville. The proximity, as he mentioned, of the venues creates an immersive experience for our fans. Not many places have the launch, the event that you can watch on TV, and then the arena as well as the weigh-in all in one place. You can pretty much walk to all those venues, and that for the fans is very important. And for the fans, we spent the last few years looking at other top-level sporting events, most recently the Sugar Bowl, and we've looked at their fan experience and how they enhanced each year the overall fan experience. With that, we're going to introduce an app this year for the fan that is an on-site app to improve the experience, but also let others that's not there see things, see the sights and sounds of the event, see what's going on, and create this 24-hour media property that comes with the Bassmaster Classic. As well as the app, we've introduced some new things that weren't here when we were here last. We've created a tailgate experience where there's an outdoor experience with activations with our partners that have celebrities on stage. Our broadcast for Fox is right there, so you're outside. It creates an additional experience for the fan if they're taking a break from the venue, doing the activations. There's a different activation. Obviously, outside you can do more things with automotive. You can do casting contests for kids. That event is new. It will be new when we come back. We didn't have that before. We also have a celebrity pro-am. So this is an event where we have celebrities and social influencers, you name it, seeing if they can actually, if they're all talk or can they do it. And so last year was the first year that we did it. We're doing it again this year. We'll do it as well here. That event has grown and grown and grown, obviously, because everybody loves fishing, but the social exposure was tremendous. And so we've pretty much dedicated the next 3 years to evolve that. So even by the time we get here, I think it'll be evolved to even better program. It has opportunity to be a standalone program after we leave. So we've got the Classic, and then there would be a standalone program that kind of goes back and highlights that event as well. For the families, we want to make sure that families have something to do when they're in Knoxville beyond just watching the competition. So Army has a youth forum that we're proud to present where families get to interact with professional anglers and industry leaders and learn about sport. And we hope grow their love of the sport. With that, we also will be able to bring workshops through Toyota's Bassmaster Her program, which is developed for females, mainly to get moms, sisters, and daughters to be more involved with the sport, create an access and ability to learn from female industry leaders that participate in the Toyota Bassmaster Her program. So we're very proud of creating an additional family environment. There'll be casting competitions. Casting competitions this year will start at the first elite event and run all year. So by the time you get to Classic, you've got this crescendo of this huge event. So you think of it as like punt, pass, kick for kids. It's something along those lines that the mountaintop is the Bassmaster Classic. With those, we also, as Chase said, the programming is, to support Super Bowl bass fishing. So we're looking at 24/7 opportunities to cover it. You would start with a celebrity pro-am and run to the last day. We would have podcasters. We have legends of the sport on stage for the cast. That would be in either Bass Pro's booth or our booth. But this is tried and true. We have great attendance for people wanting to speak to Bill Dance and others that I'm sure you guys are aware of coming from the state of Tennessee. So again, we're incredibly excited. By the time we get here, I think there'll be even more things that we haven't discussed here. We look at every opportunity to improve. We learned a lot from Knoxville the last time we were here. So some of the things that we're describing that may not have happened when we were here before was from our learnings from the last event. And we take great pride in trying to introduce new fans to our sport and to keep that excitement going. So when we return, it's an even better event. Chad was sure to remind me that the attendance record was set at Knoxville. So he made some comments about how he would try to interfere with attendance this year or not. Maybe he didn't say that. But I feel like when we come back, it's going to be a tremendous event, and we have the benchmark to try to accomplish again. So again, we're very grateful and humbled to be able to be a part of your great city and taking our sport to the next level. So with that, I'll pass it on to Mayor Jacobs.
Hey, good morning. I guess it's still morning, right? Yeah, good morning, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank Visit Knoxville, Bassmaster, and everyone who made today's announcement possible. Visit Knoxville works tirelessly to promote our community as a premier destination for events and activities. Could we please give them a round of applause for everything they do? So we are honored to welcome the Super Bowl of bass fishing, the Bassmaster Classic. We were honored to welcome them in 2019-2023. The 2023 Bassmaster Classic brought over 163,000 fans from all over the world to Knox County and brought an economic impact of over $35 million, as Chase said. We're thrilled to welcome Bassmaster back to Knox County next year and expect the event to be even better and even bigger. And I truly believe they couldn't have picked a better location with a better environment. The Tennessee River, where the fishing takes place, forms from where the Holston and French Broad Rivers meet here in Knox County. The river runs directly through the heart of our community, which is why Knoxville was a prime location for the historic river trade. Well, now our great water features make us an attractive destination for outdoor recreational enthusiasts. Tourism is a vital industry to our state and to our region. So thank you, Bassmaster, for your ongoing and mutually beneficial partnership, friendship. Thank you so much. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about how one of the coolest things about my job is when Bassmaster comes. That's my office. That's Volunteer Landing. And that's where maybe ships, I don't know, where the boats leave and come back to. Speaking of which, this is Mayor Cannon's office right there, so she also gets a front row seat, and I'd like to introduce her at this time. Thank you all so very much.
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Jacobs. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Chase. This is an exciting day for our community. I want to second the thanks and gratitude to Visit Knoxville. Back in 2019, when we first hosted the Bassmaster Classic, that was like a first date. When they came back in 2023, that showed that they liked us and we liked them, and it was a good working relationship. And then it's been long distance for a little bit, but now they're coming back, and I attribute that to the amazing hosting and relationships and the way that Visit Knoxville makes Bassmaster Classic happen. So it's a mutually beneficial thing, and I'm really glad to hear also that you're going to be hosting some things to encourage people who aren't that familiar with fishing as a sport, which is me, and I know others too. But the more I have learned about this as a sport and as a competition, the more excited I am. And I think this picture behind me is a great example of what makes this a special place. People often ask me, what's my favorite part of the city of Knoxville? And to me, what's unique about Knoxville and what I want to protect and preserve and celebrate is exactly why Bassmaster Classic is coming back, is that we have in the heart of a city, we have the beautiful Tennessee River, where the headwaters of the Tennessee Rivers, where the French Broad and Holston connect to begin this amazing river with amazing recreational opportunities, including the sport of fishing. We have these amazing outdoor amenities, but at the same time, we have urban activities. So the fans who come to enjoy this tournament can also have nice hotels and nice places to eat, and the kids can go to the zoo one day and all those other things. So grateful that we'll have the opportunity to showcase amenities like Knoxville's Volunteer Landing, our convention center, obviously this beautiful river, which, I'll be looking down from right here, and maybe walk down to see the launches every morning. And Food City Center at Thompson Bowling Arena, and the fact that it's all walkable is really, really good news. And the other good thing, as Mayor Jacobs mentioned, is this has an economic impact of over $35 million. That was the record. When you have 100,000 people coming over the course of 4 days, that's a lot of people staying in hotels, a lot of people visiting restaurants. That's money in the pockets of the servers and employees who keep our city running and who need those good jobs. So we're very, very grateful. It also attracts attention, not just those 100,000 visitors, but the people watching on TV and listening to the podcasts and the other ways that you share this, that's Knoxville getting attention from across the globe. And when people spend some time here, might be their first time, they're coming here for Bassmaster Classic, they'll come back because of everything else about it too. So that's really good news to inspire return visitors, and also just to highlight the amazing outdoor spaces we have in our city. So thank you, Kim Bumpus. Thank you, Visit Knoxville. Thank you, Bassmasters. We're so happy you're choosing Knoxville again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. This announcement never gets old. We always enjoy when we get to announce the Classic coming back to Knoxville. To host it 3 times over a 7-year period is pretty special. Thanks to Chase, the entire Bass team. It is a great partnership. We always enjoy working with them. They make it very easy for us. Thanks to Robert G's here, one of the Bassmaster Elite anglers. No pressure, but we need to see you here in 26. We're excited, as I said, for the third one. Friday to Sunday, everybody's mentioned how it'll work. We're so excited about all the complexes and all the pieces of our city that work together to make this successful. One thing we haven't mentioned is Thursday night we'll have our opening Visit Knoxville kickoff party. We'll be at our new baseball stadium downtown, the Covenant Health Park. So we're excited about that. Yeah, I think you're in for a real treat. Now, the other thing that we're big on, and I know Philip said it, I'm not going to sabotage the numbers in Fort Worth, but we do have the first and third largest classics ever. And if we can somehow get to 182,277 in 26, that'll give us 500,000 attendees over 3 classics. So that's our goal in Knoxville. Hopefully we can get there. So we're excited about next year. Y'all come out and enjoy it, and we'll see you Thursday night at Covenant Health Park. Thank you.
Again, thank you all for being here. That concludes this press conference. However, a few housekeeping notes is for media. We would like to do any interviews out in front of Robert Gee's boat and his setup, which looks fantastic and hopefully is representative of what we'll see in the Classic in 2026. And outside of that, any interviews are readily available, and we just appreciate you. Thank you, Bass. We love you all like family, so it's so exciting to have you back. And that's it. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Outside.